Hey everybody, it's Miss Drews with your Math Monday. I'm gonna need to go fix that because we're doing adding strategies today, okay? So we are looking at two specific ways to do adding strategies, okay? Especially when you have too many ones, all right? But today we're gonna be looking at tens and ones and the vertical strategy, which is also the algorithm, okay? We call it vertical because we line them up vertically, okay? But there are other ways, just a quick reminder, hundreds chart, number line, or skip counting, okay? And I'll try to get some screenshots in there so that you can show your work. Because as a mathematician, you want to know the answers, but you also want to be able to show your thinking in your work. You want to be able to back it up. Like, here's my answer, and here's why, people, okay? So I want to make sure that I can back it up by showing my strategy. So remember, if you're in person or virtual, no matter how you're learning and what your teacher is, you want to show your thinking strategy, okay? So I'm going to show you some ways to show your strategies with tens and ones and vertical strategy today. And then you can decide if that's good for you or if you need a different one, okay? So let's look at some problems, okay? Okay, there we go. All right, so the first one, I'm going to use tens and ones. So I'm using this, this tool. I don't need to use this tool when you're working. You're going to be doing that on your dry erase board and taking a picture in Schoology for me or your teacher, or you're doing it on paper and then taking a picture of it for me or your teacher, or in person might be different as well. Okay, so I'm going to do 35 plus 12 on the first one. I'm going to make it in tens and ones. Okay, so I'm going to do it like last time. Tens don't have to be perfect. Okay, 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. I always double check as a mathematician too, because it's really easy to miscount. 12, and that's 1 10 and 2 ones. And they go double check. 10, 11, 12. So when I go count this, I can put all my tens together and all my ones together because it's addition, people, two groups, put them together, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4 tens, so put it in the 10 spot, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ones, I put in the 1 spot, or I could double check and count them. 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 47 people, okay? Now let's look at this one, 35 plus 19. So again, I'm going to make my tens and ones, tens and 5 ones. I'm going to double check 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, and then 19, 1, 10, and 9 ones. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Always double check. Okay. Now I'm going to go count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Some of you are like, wait. 4 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14 ones. Some of you are like, at your computer, like, no, don't do it. Yeah, that's not right, because that says 414. That's not right. I can't have 14 ones. So let me back it up. That's not right. Okay, I do know that in there. Okay, so when I look at my ones, I have a lot of people who like to do the tens adding first and then the ones, and that's perfectly fine. Okay, but if you get over to the ones and you're like, wait, 10 ones is too much. I got to pack them up, move them over to the 10 side. Okay, so again, 10 ones, 10 ones is too much. Pack up those 10 ones, move it to the 10 side. Okay, so I'm going to go do that today on my picture, show you what I mean. Okay, so I'm going to pack up 10 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10's too many. Pack them up, move them over. Okay, so I'm going to move it over to the 10 side. Okay, now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tens, and I'm not going to count these because I packed them up, move them over. Okay, they were over here. Now I have these still left over. 1, 2, 3, 4. 54 is my answer. Okay, so if I'm doing tens and ones as a strategy, and I notice there's 10 ones, pack them up, trade them for a 10. Okay, I'm going to show you a vertical strategy as well. Okay, so I can take that same problem and use it vertical. Okay, lining up the tens and the ones. Some friends even like to do this. They like to draw a line in between to make sure they're lined up and make sure that this is the one side and this is the 10 side. I just always suggest don't make that line go all the way down because sometimes it looks like a 1 in the answer. Okay, so I would just stop it right there at the equal sign. Okay, so again, I can do this in my head if I don't need to draw it out. If I line it up vertically, I can think in my head the right way. 5 ones plus 2 ones is 7 ones. 3 tens plus 1 10 is 4 tens, 47. Okay, now over here, again, I would kind of, if I need to, line it up if I need to. Okay, I don't need to line it up. I can do it just making sure, right? Ones are lined up and tens are lined up. Okay, 5 ones plus 9 ones is 14 ones, but I cannot leave that 14 there. That doesn't look right. I know when I have 10 ones is too much. I'm going to pack up that 10 and move it over. Okay, so instead of putting that 14 and I know that it is, I'm going to pack up this 10 and I'm going to move it over to the 10 spot. Okay, and this 4 is going to get left behind because those are just the ones. So that 4 gets left behind, the 10 gets packed up and moved over. So if you're a person who kind of just does this without thinking and knowing why, that's why. 14 ones is too much. You had to pack up that 10 and move it over. Okay, so now I have 1 10 plus 3 10, which is 4 tens, plus 1 more 10, which is 5 tens, 54. Okay, so if those strategies help you today, okay, use them. If not, you can use a number line or skip counting as well. On your second slide, or your slide after this one, you have 2 problems that I want you to show your teacher how to solve. The ones in the yellow, slow down because there's something that has 10 ones. 10 ones is too much. Pack it up, move it over. So again, we either want to see it vertical, we want to see it with tens and ones like you did here, okay? Or if you want to show it in hundreds chart or skip counting or a number line, you can as well. Okay, but we want to see your answers on your paper. So sorry, excuse me, you're doing this on your paper today, and then you are inserting it like it says right here. Okay, so we want to see your work on your paper or on your dry erase board. Okay, don't just type the answer on. Okay, all right, can't wait to see your thinking. See ya.